Good morning, students. Welcome. Now let's start with new chapter of science. Chapter number 4, Metals and Non-Metals, part 1. Now let's see first the introduction of this chapter. The materials present around us are grouped widely into metals and non-metals. Whatever the materials those which are present in our surroundings can be classified into two groups, that is metals and non-metals. But can you say by their properties which material is metal and which is a non-metal? By looking at their some properties, can we distinguish between metals and non-metals? Like, is wood a metal? So you will say no, it is not a metal. You know, there are some properties related to metals. We will study it here only. Or iron a non-metal? No, iron is a metal. How you can distinguish this? There are some properties through which we can distinguish between metals and non-metals. These properties are known as physical properties. So now let us learn the topic in detail. What are the physical and chemical properties? We will study in this chapter about the physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So now students, you can see here one table is given which is also in your textbook. Some materials are given in the first column. Second column describes their appearance, how they look, whether they are shiny or dull. And the third column describes whether they are hard or not very hard. Like your first is iron. So what you can say about iron, students? Iron is a shiny metal. So you can write here shiny. And what about its hardness? It is very hard. Yeah, iron is very hard. Can you break it with your hands? No, it's not possible. We have to use hammer to hammer it or turn it into sheets. Next is coal. Coal's appearance is not shiny, so it is dull. And it is not very hard. Not very hard. Yeah. Then is sulfur. Sulfur is also dull in appearance and it is a soft material. It's a soft material. Then comes aluminium. Aluminium, it's like a metallic surface. It is shiny and it's very hard. And then comes copper. Copper is also very shiny material and it's very hard. So this is how we can distinguish between the different materials according to their appearance and hardness. So can you name the materials which are metals from this? So of course, why not shiny metals which are iron, aluminium and copper. Those which appear shiny in their appearance, they are metals, and these two, sulfur and coal, are non-metals. So the rest of materials in table 4.51 are non-metals, 3 are metals. Metals can be distinguished from non-metals on the basis of their physical and chemical properties. Now recall that luster and hardness are the physical properties. This is what their luster means, appearance, and hardness. These both are their physical properties. Physically वो कैसे दिखते हैं? They are not the chemical properties. Yes, students. Now there are new topic we are going to start, physical properties of metals and non-metals. Let's see what are the physical properties. First, physical properties of metals we will study. First is malleability. Now what is malleability? It is that property of metals which allows them to be beaten into thin sheets. You can beat the metals. It can be turned into thin sheets. Hammering करके beat करके उनको sheets में convert कर सकते हैं. जैसे सिल्वर फॉइल्स आप देखते हैं, यूज फॉर डेकोरेटिंग स्वीट्स पे सिल्वर फॉइल लगाई जाती है. यू मस्ट ऑल्सो बी फेमिलियर विद द एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल. देखो फिगर में भी दिखाई गई है, यूज फॉर व्हाट? एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल्स यूज होती है ना घर पे फूड रैपिंग के लिए, आप लोग लंच बॉक्स में भी लाते हैं, राइट? सो द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मेटल्स बाय व्हिच दे कैन बी बीटन इनटू थिन शीट्स, दैट प्रॉपर्टी इज कॉल्ड malleability. Very important, malleability. Due to presence of this property, the shape of iron nail and aluminium wire can be changed on beating. Beating means hammering them, जोर जोर से उनको पीटना. The silver foils used for decorating sweets and aluminium foil used for wrapping food are possible because of malleability property of the metals. I hope you all understood this. There is one activity showing the malleability. Let's see it. Students, this activity is also in your textbook, given in your textbook. Activity 4.1. What is it? Take a small iron nail, a coal piece, a piece of thick aluminium wire and a pencil lid. पेंसिल की जो नोक आप बोलते हैं, राइट? इन सबको आपको लेना है. आयरन नेल जिसे हम कील बोलते हैं, कोल का पीस लेना है, थिक एल्यूमिनियम वायर लेनी है एंड अ पेंसिल लीड. Beat the iron nail with a hammer. Hammer आप फिगर में देख सकते हैं. But take care that you don't hurt yourself in the process. Try to hit hard. जोर जोर से उसको hit करो iron nail को. Hit hard. Also the aluminium wire. Aluminium wire को भी आप hardly hit करेंगे. Then repeat the same kind of treatment on the coal piece and pencil lid. Record your observations in the table. Now we will record these observations. So students, now let's note down the observation. If you hammer or hit the iron nail, what will happen? This will flatten down. This will flatten. Yeah? So this will become flattened. Then coal piece. If you hammer the coal piece, what will it become? It will break down. It will not get flattened, but it will break down. Powder form में वो convert हो जाएगा. Yeah? It will break down. Please note the spelling BREAKDOWN. Yeah. Then aluminium wire. Again, if you hit aluminium wire on hitting, this will not break down, but it will get flattened. वो चपटा हो जाएगा, sheet की तरफ flat हो जाएगा. Yeah. And what about pencil lead? It will break into pieces. Yes, students, it will break into pieces. If you just hit the pencil lead, pencil की नोक को अगर आप hit करोगे जोर से, तो क्या होगा? It will break into pieces. This is how this shows the malleability property of the metals. जो भी metals है, like जैसे iron nail और aluminium wire, ये दोनों metals हैं, तो ये कभी भी hit करने पे pieces में convert नहीं होंगे. They will flatten up. Understood? Now our next activity is activity 4.2, which will lead us to the next physical property of the metals. First is recall how to make an electric circuit to test whether electricity can pass through an object or not. आपने ये सर्किट वाला अपने प्रीवियस ट्रेनर्स में भी किया है. सर्किट कैसे हम लोग चेक करते थे? अगर two wires connected है, if the circuit is closed, then the bulb will glow, and if the circuit is not closed, the bulb will not glow. So according to the things we used to place between two wires, if the things are good conductor of electricity, the bulb will glow, and if the materials are poor conductor of electricity, the bulb will not glow. So the activity with various objects in class 6, you have done this, and you might have performed this activity in your 6th standard. Now repeat the activity with the materials mentioned in the table 4.3. You can see below there is one table. We will use these materials while between, like, see, they have placed one nail. You can see in the figure, they have placed nail in the circuit. If nail is good conductor, if the material placed is good conductor, then the bulb will glow. And if it is not good conductor, electricity will not pass and the bulb will not glow. So observe and group these materials into good conductors and poor conductors. So first is iron rod or nail. You can see iron nail they have already placed and the bulb is already glowing. So it is good conductor of electricity. I am writing G for good. Next, if you place some sulfur between these this conductor wires, then the bulb will not glow. So it is poor conductor of electricity. Again, if you will place coal piece here, then also the bulb will not glow, and so it is poor conductor of electricity. And the lastly, if you place copper wire in the circuit, the bulb will glow again, and so the copper is good conductor of electricity. So this you can observe that rod, nail and copper wire are good conductors, while rolled sulfur piece and coal piece are poor conductors. It means metals are always good conductor of electricity and non-metals are always poor conductor of electricity. So this is our next property for metals, that is conductivity. It is that property of metals which allows the current and heat to pass through them easily. Examples: metals like iron rod, nail, copper wire, etc. are good conductors of electricity. Next property is ductility. Now what is ductility? It is that property of metals which allows them to be drawn into the wires. हम metals को wires में convert कर सकते हैं. ऐसी ये प्रॉपर्टी होती है मेटल्स की, उनको हम वाटर वायर्स में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड सो दिस प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मेटल्स इज नोन एज ductility. Like example, metals like aluminium and copper wire are used in electric connection. You might have seen the wires which are you use for electric connection. Outside there is PVC coating, but inside the wires are of metals, and they are specially aluminium and copper wires. So this property of the metals in which we can convert them or we can draw them into the wires is known as ductility. Sonorous. Now, what is sonorous? It is that property of metal which produces ringing sounds on hitting. You know, students, few on 22nd March, Modi ji has declared that you have to strike the metal plates or something while at 5 p.m. in the evening. Yes, students, do you remember? So, do you know what was the means for that? You were making sound with that. The ringing sound was produced on striking the metal plate with a spoon. So all the metals, when they are struck with something or hit by strike or hit by something other material, they produce sonorous ringing sound. That ringing sound means that property is sonorous. It is that property of the metal which produces ringing sounds on hitting. Like you can see in the figure, bell is shown. The bell in the temple, that is ringing property of the metal. That's why it is used metallic. Iron bell यूज की जाती है temples में, है ना? जो घंटी आप बजाते हैं वो metal की होती है because it has sonorous property. Next is lustrous. Lustrous means shiny, जो हम पहले भी कर चुके हैं. It is that property of metal which makes them shine, and their structures are capable of reflecting incident light. Incident means जो light उन पे टकराती है उसको reflect back करते हैं. Incident means टकराना, reflect means coming back. So that property of the metals is known as lustrous. You can see in the figure lustrous property of metal. Metals, how they are shining. Students, there is some exception, like metals like sodium and potassium are soft and can be cut with a knife. वैसे हमने जितने भी मेटल्स देखे हैं वो बहुत ही हार्ड होते हैं, बट कुछ एक्सेप्शंस होते हैं. सोडियम एंड पोटेशियम स्पेशली आर दोज मेटल्स which are very soft, but they are metals and they can be cut with the help of knife. And mercury is the only metal which is found in liquid state at room temperature. It is very metal which is not hard. It is again the metal which is found in liquid state at a normal room temperature. So these are the exceptions. After that, all the properties which I have studied, after performing the above activities, we can say that some materials are hard, lustrous, malleable, ductile, sonorous, and good conductor of heat and electricity. So the materials which generally possess these properties are called metals. So all these were metals which possess the properties which we have studied now. Which properties? Hardness, lustrous, malleable, ductile, sonorous, and good conductor of electricity. So the examples of metals, as I ask you, you can give me iron, copper, aluminium, calcium, magnesium, etc. In contrast, materials like coal and sulfur are soft and dull in appearance. They break down into powdery mass. Yes, we have done the activity on tapping with a hammer. So they are not sonorous and are poor conductors of heat and electricity. So you can see here for non-metals, it is described here. Those materials which do not possess the characteristics of metals are termed as non-metals. Materials like coal and sulfur are soft and dull in appearance. They break down into powdery mass on tapping with hammer. So they are non-sonorous and poor conductors of heat and electricity. Few examples of non-metals are sulfur, carbon, oxygen, etc. So these are some examples of non-metals. So I hope you understood about the physical properties of metals and non-metals both. So our next topic will be chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Chemical properties means their reaction with different materials, different gases, acids, water. How do they react? Reactions are actually the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First is reaction with oxygen. You are familiar with the phenomenon of rusting of iron, students. पता है ना, rust, junk लग जाना, उसे हम rusting कहते हैं. Recall the reaction by which rust is formed. You can recall reaction. एक ऑक्सीजन के हवा के कांटेक्ट में जब भी आयरन, स्पेशली आयरन, जब भी मॉइस्चर और ऑक्सीजन के कांटेक्ट में आता है तो रस्टिंग होती है, जंक लग जाती है. So this process is rusting. So whenever, especially the metals like copper and iron come in contact with oxygen, they always rust. You had also performed in class 7 an activity of burning of magnesium ribbon in the air. आप लोगों ने 7th क्लास में मैग्नीशियम रिबन को बर्न करने की एक एक्टिविटी किया था. You had learned that in both the process oxide formation take place and complete the following reaction of iron and magnesium with oxygen. Just see the equation. So let's see the equation. What it says: iron plus oxygen plus water. So it will give you iron oxide. Iron will always get oxidized. We always call it Fe2O3. We are not balancing the equation because it's not now. Balancing the equation is not in your course now. Just you should know, when iron reacts with oxygen and water, it gives iron oxide. And when magnesium reacts with oxygen, it gives magnesium oxide. It will be 2MgO. Balancing is different. So it is 2MgO. So students, whenever the rusting process occurs, always the metals convert into oxides. Metallic oxides are formed, and that is called the rusting process. There is one activity which is in your textbook. We will discuss it now. Let us check the nature of rust formed as a result of the reaction between iron, oxygen and water. Nature of rust means whether it is acidic or basic. So collect a spoonful of rust and dissolve it in a very little amount of water. You will find that the rust remains suspended in water. Water में नीचे settle down हो जाएगी. फिर उसको धीरे धीरे shake करोगे. Suspend में उसमें घूमती रहेगी. Shake the suspension well. Test the solution with the red and blue litmus paper. दोनों litmus papers आपको use करने हैं. What do you observe in the solution? Is it acidic or basic? So students, when you will check with the litmus paper, so you will observe that blue litmus paper does not have any effect, but red will change to blue, and so that is basic in nature. So students, now I hope you understood rust is basic in nature. Here we end our video. Our next topics we will discuss in our next videos. Thank you students. Stay safe. Keep studying.